I'm not going to read out all of the quotes here from Stephen Espinoza, but, it's the usual blah, 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 blah nonsense from Espinoza. He essentially tries to say that Fury and Anthony Joshua didn't really want the Deontay Wilder fight. The agenda was to sign Deontay Wilder and lock him in to a multi-fight contract, whereas with Showtime, he's exercising his independence. An absolute load of rubbish. Now, with ESPN, it is true they tried to get him into a 5-fight deal, but with the Anthony Joshua situation, they only wanted him to fight 2 people. Dominic Breazeale, who he has to fight anyway, and then Anthony Joshua. There was no long-term deal. And on top of that, they could have asked to just have the Breazeale fight on Showtime and then the AJ fight as a 2-way rematch on DAZN. That's it. There was no lock-in there. They could have had just the AJ fight. And they don't think AJ is going to take the rematch anyway. They've said this themselves. Shelly Finkel said it. So, yeah, take the Breazeale fight on Showtime and then fight Anthony Joshua on DAZN if you're a free agent, as Stephen Espinoza keeps on claiming. I don't think Deontay Wilder is a free agent. I think that Al Heyman and Shelly Finkel and all these kind of people have far more sway over him than Deontay leads people to believe. And it's interesting that Stephen Espinoza does all this talking for Deontay Wilder, but yet Wilder's a free agent. Deontay wants this, Deontay wants that, Deontay can do this, Deontay can do that. This guy seems to know more about Deontay's business than Deontay knows about it himself, which tells you a lot, doesn't it? I think even Stephen Espinoza has a lot of sway over Deontay Wilder. And, it's not all about having a contract with somebody in terms of whether they have sway over you. It could just be a group of friends behind the scenes with a mutual loyalty and a mutual common goal, mutual interests. And if that group of friends are managing your boxing career, who do you think they're going to be managing it for the benefit of? You or themselves? They're going to be managing it for the benefit of themselves. If you got a group of friends, a tight-knit group of friends behind the scenes, yeah, they all work for different entities, but they're friends. They're tight. They've been tight for years. So what are they really trying to do? What's best for you or what's best for them? And how are they going to advise you? I mean, Deontay, listen to the way he speaks. Listen to the way he behaves. Do you think this guy really knows anything about business? I'd be surprised if Deontay knows how to tie his own shoelaces. All right, slight exaggeration, but you get my drift. He doesn't know the ins and outs of business. He doesn't know the kind of trickery and foolishness that goes on behind the scenes. The collaboration, the collusion. Deontay don't know nothing about that within his own team. Of course, his team are telling him that Eddie Hearn over there, he does that. I wonder if Shelly Finkel told him about the Shannon Briggs situation. Has Deontay ever talked to Shannon Briggs about it? Has he ever talked to Shelly Finkel about it? About the situation with Shannon Briggs and Shelly Finkel? What Shannon Briggs accused Shelly Finkel and his business associates of doing to him financially? So, if Deontay wants to talk about snakes and all that kind of business, he might need to look no further than his own team, his own camp, his own management. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below of Espinoza coming out and saying, let's get back to making the biggest fights for Wilder. The biggest fights for Wilder were the Joshua and Fury fights. Okay, Fury went in a different direction. That's not Wilder's fault. But the Anthony Joshua fight was right there for him. Career high money. He turned it down. He didn't have to have 3 fights on DAZN. He could have just had 2. He could have had the 2 Anthony Joshua fights. But you don't think Joshua was going to take the rematch because you're going to knock him out so badly first time around? So that was one Joshua fight then. 40 mil. Bang. There you go. You could have taken that. But instead, no. You're turning that down and you're going in God knows what direction. And yet Steven Espinoza's coming out here saying, let's get back to making the biggest fights for a while. What are the biggest fights? Brazil? Who else? Kaunaki? Who are the biggest fights for Deontay Wilder? The biggest fight out there for Deontay Wilder is Anthony Joshua, bar none. He just turned it down. Joke business from Steven Espinoza, as usual. Let me know how you guys feel in the comment section below. It's happening. I'm out. Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week, covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up, there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.